Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part 46, sorry, of Let's Play SpellForce 3. In the last part, we were talking to this woman. Let's continue that.
I think I can see where this is going.
It's not that simple. You see, their father died when they were both very young, and that shaped their personalities in very different ways. Shar was frail, sensitive, and emotional. He was always sick, had horrible nightmares, and often talked about these voices he heard.
He heard voices?
Yes. Not only during the night, sometimes even in broad daylight.
What did they say?
All kinds of things. But nowadays, I simply think it was him having a too active imagination.
What kind of dreams did he have?
Everything, really. A lot of it revolved around his father's death. And then he had this one about the sacrificed woman.
The sacrificed woman?
Yes. According to him, he always found himself in some temple-like room surrounded by strange, puppet-like creatures. He walked down a hallway until he stepped into a room where there was a woman lying on an altar. I talked to our shaman about this, but he said that it might simply be his fragile mind. Now I believe that it also had something to do with his magic. A lot of gifted children suffer from strange dreams like that one.
And Duel, your firstborn.
He was the exact opposite. He was strong, always healthy and good with people, but hardly ever showed emotion. It was almost as if he was destined to succeed me.
How did your husband die?
His heart just stopped beating. A rare disease that had run in his family's blood for generations.
My condolences. What was their relationship?
Well, Duel was very distant toward Shar, and Shar hated Duel with a passion. The day things got truly complicated was when Shar discovered his magic. His talent was enormous.
Who taught him? I assume you don't have universities on this island.
You are right. We don't. My duties as Yaris kept me from teaching him myself, so it was mainly the old shaman who died 2 years ago that taught him. But as I said, his talent was enormous. He didn't need much guidance.
Let's cut to the chase. Where did the Medusae come from?
Well, it all happened a month ago. One night, Shar and Duel were gone. The next morrow, our village was surrounded by snake spawn, rallied behind my Shar.
Being a talented mage is one thing, but where did all these Medusae come from? The snake spawn, as you call them.
A ritual, an invocation that has been passed down in our tribe for generations. You see, we do not know war on this island, and fate willing we never will, which is why we are practically defenseless. But that does not mean we are naive. Should our people ever be threatened by outsiders, whether they come by the portals or by ship, the snake spawn would protect us.
So, Shar used this ritual to bind the Medusae to his will.
Yes.
So you can read from the stars, but you didn't see that coming.
Yes, I knew Shar was trouble, and I knew how much he despised his brother, but to go that far? No. Maybe I was just blind, but I didn't expect that to happen.
But what did he want? Force you to make him the next Yaras instead?
Worse. He said that since we are too blind to see, he would take matters in his own hands and enforce the trial of brothers.
Of course.
I don't understand.
In the Hibernian Empire, it actually wasn't custom for the firstborn child of the emperor to succeed him. Instead, their heirs had to compete in a ritualized duel, which mostly ended deadly for one of the parties. That way, or so the Hibernians figured, there would never be a weakling on the throne.
Makes sense. I guess a ruler should be strong.
Is that how you see it? Well, then we disagree. As much as our people admired the Hyberian faith, this wasn't a custom we ever adopted. Be that as it may, for the month, Shar's had his snake spawn abduct villagers to help him restore the ruin up north, so that it's worthy of hosting the trial. Once that is done, he wants to challenge his brother to a fight at the mountain altar. You see where this is going. You need to bring him to reason.
How am I supposed to do that? I can't take on his entire army by myself.
I know that. So the first step should be to free at least some of our people he has taken prisoner. After that is done, we can discuss further steps.
These villagers your son holds captive, where can I find them?
As far as I know, he took most of them to the ruin up north, but the place is heavily guarded by snake spawn, and he has shut himself in, so you can't go there yet. For now, it would suffice if you took care of the smaller camp just north of the village. I feel bad to ask this of you, Tahar, but frankly our hands are bound. I just have to trust the stars that I'm not sending you into your doom.
Don't worry. We've fought worse.
Yes, I guess you have.
Why do you need me for this? You're his mother. Can't you just talk sense into him yourself?
Believe me, I've tried. And to be honest, until the first death, I thought that this was another one of his tantrums. But when the first villager his snakes captured on that first morning tried to run, he simply ordered them to shoot an arrow right through his throat. And Shar promised that if we make any attempts to stop him, he will take this even further. You see, Tahar, we aren't fighters. Our magic is meant to protect, to heal, and our weapons are only meant for fish and deer. But these snake creatures, you saw how dangerous they are. Right now, there is nothing we can do.
If we do this, can you also help us return to the mainland?
Yes, I believe I can. Our Valis, our village shaman, knows a lot about the ancient portals. But until we have our people back, he won't be able to help you.
How am I supposed to make him see reason?
If only I knew. Talk to him, convince him, make him realize what he has done. Just try not to hurt him, will you? But as I said, first of all, our people need to be freed. As long as the village is defenseless, we can't provide you with the means to take down his camp. I'll be here if you need anything. Now good luck, Tahar. And for what it's worth, sorry for burdening you with this.
Okay then, that's interesting. Shouldn't take too long for us to do this.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, it's not a very big village. And to say they've been here for quite a few generations, they really do not have that many people. They expect me to go out the same way I came in. Fucking ridiculous.
Let's see.
Tondia, outsider.
Disgraceful that is, ladies and gentlemen. Not even letting me go out the way I want to. So, we're going to just immediately get this free prisoners done. But try and do a little bit of exploration at the same time. If you know what I mean, ladies and gentlemen. Try and do 50-50 on that matter.
That way?
I mean, there's no reason not to, so... But yeah, very interesting. Some Hibernian people,
Sure,
or some Northander people who evacuated and decided to live here. That is a schematic for human. God damn it. Yeah, Godstone.
Got it.
So this is the same road we could have come in on. Interesting. What's down here? Oh, nothing. That was a waste of time. Waste of time.
You got it.
So you may as well just push up to where we're meant to be going.
So, what's the plan?
Sure.
Definitely the smartest thing to do.
Sounds like a plan.
Will do.
Or we could take occasional, what's it called? Occasional, you know, different, like, go different routes just to see what we can find.
Get ready.
Oh, look, Medusas. Oh, wait, yep, it's that one. I knew which one I wanted. Nope, there we go. I pressed Z by accident. I used my, what's it called? My focus carelessly. Yeah, I still by far have the lowest the focus of the entire group, which is interesting. I wonder what's down here.
They will fall.
That
That
might
must be the ruin the Yaris mentioned. The one where Shar wants to hold the Trial of Brothers. Blazes. Look at it. It's enormous.
And he's abducting the villagers to rebuild it? That's interesting.
He's not wrong. That is interesting, actually.
Here we go.
Look, villagers.
Right, first things first. E, R, F. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop saying those out loud now, because to be fair, they're... if people are getting annoyed by that, I can understand.
Give me a moment to focus.
There we go. That should do a decent amount of damage. So far, it looks like we're doing I would say a lot of damage. S.
Not happening. I can't focus.
Fine.
Yep, you can use that. Good.
Let's do this.
Right.
I'm only getting started.
Yeah, probably good idea to heal up my men right now.
Help me, somebody.
That's the way.
Sure.
That bitch can run all she wants. She's dead. Good. Medusa ain't that strong.
Danger up ahead.
All right.
I don't know what good it's going to do is... Oh. Well, that's... I wouldn't say that's good, but...
Not happening. I can't focus.
Oh, I get a chest out of it, so I'm happy with that.
Get ready.
Fucking hell, come on.
Necessary.
There we go. Ooh, 100 and a serpent stone. Not really the best in the world, but...
Are the Medusae attracted to that thing? What is that?
Sure.
We're meant to talk to the one right at the back, because that makes sense.
Saris Jadul, you killed them. Who are you?
Your Yaris sent us. Are you okay? Can you walk?
Yes, I think so. Are we free to go?
Yes, they're awaiting you in the village.
Go? After all this cursed brat did to us?
What do you suggest? I don't know about you, but I have someone to take care of.
Well then go. I'll join the outsider. You do need help, don't you?
It can't hurt.
Then I'm with you.
Me too. I want to be there when that cursed child gets brought to justice.
I hope you know what you're doing, Ruslan. I really hope you do.
Just go. We'll be back.
That way?
Fair enough. They did not seem very happy, ladies and gentlemen. You know, let's go. You know, I'm gonna go explore a little bit further.
You got it.
I mean, no reason not to. It's good to know what you're up against when you're you have an RTS path coming, a part coming.
All right.
So. Yeah, I might as well help as well while I can.
No, not yet.
There we go. Hey, on that one.
I need more time.
There we go. Let's loot a little bit. I'm gonna follow these guys home back to the base. I don't really want them to die, so make my life a little bit simpler.
Nehav's hammer. Look at that.
You know what? Fuck that.
It's fascinating.
This is way more interesting.
Fish, forests, fields. They really have it all, don't they? I can understand why the islanders are so fond of this place.
Ooh.
What's that? Looks a bit like the portal stone that brought us here, doesn't it?
Wait, I just picked up new leather armor. Ah, she hasn't got enough constitution. That's unfortunate.
Understood.
Oh, they're following me. Fair enough. And I thought they were gonna die, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, I was wrong. But let's do the best we can at getting rid of that.
More fighting.
Come on, come on. Right. I think we'll be fine.
I'm only getting started.
Whatever necessary.
Wow, that was a much easier fight than I expected, ladies and gentlemen. Not gonna lie.
Alright, why not?
What's this? Ooh, snake spear. Doesn't give me any snakes, so I mean, I'm kind of
You got it.
I feel like the game lied to me then, everyone. Picking up this stone though is gonna definitely give me an early head start, I guess.
Sure.
Let's make sure we get back to the base. You know what? Let's just I'm just gonna tell them to head to the base, and then we're gonna.
I understand.
Get to there. There we go. This should lead us whatever way we need to go now. Apparently, no, fuck, what the fuck are you doing? Go this way, you dumb knob.
Blasted armor.
You know what, fuck it, we'll find our own way, ladies and gentlemen. My guy seems to be fucking drunk.
That's the way.
Ooh, I'm guessing that is part of the blessed Lyria. Ooh, food. Oh yes, because we're using the dwarves, we've got, sorry, not the dwarves, we're the elves, we have this instead of whatever the other ones. Make the unique resources different. Come on, gate, open. Thank you.
Sure.
Right, there we go.
Now would you look at that?
Tondai, outsider. What do you need?
I found and rescued your people.
Yes, I know. Thank you, Tahar. You have no idea how much that means to me. The thought that my son caused all this. I still find it hard to believe. But be that as it may, at least now we are able to defend our village again. You should go talk to our shaman now. He will be able to both assist you with your passage back to the mainland and with taking care of Shar. I'll be here if you need anything else.
I'll be off. Thanks for your time.
Right, there's some new defenders over here. So where is
This
this
way, right?
shaman? Oh, he's up here. He's on the next highest, on the same high, well, a different ridge, but he has his own little inbuilt fort. Look at that.
Are you the shaman? The Yaras sent me.
Ah, yes, that's me. Tondai, friend. She told me you'd come. You're looking for a way back to the Forsaken Land, aren't you?
A way back to Northander, yes.
Good. First of all, I can't thank you enough for what you did. Those people, my friends, they might be dead if the stars hadn't sent you.
My pleasure. But how do we get back to the mainland?
Of course, let's make it brief. It is possible to reactivate the portal. Not the one you came through, but another one. However, it won't be easy.
Why?
Well, for starters, Shar's snake spawn is all over the island, probably also near the portal. We need to free it from them first, which would most likely provoke counterattacks on the village. Rebuilding requires stone and wood. Reigniting it requires energy. And finally, to activate it, we need a portal stone.
Like this one? This is the one we used to get here.
Show me. Yes, that's a portal stone, but you used up all its energy, so it's useless now. We need a new one.
How do we repair it? I'm not an expert on portals.
Which is why I'm here. I already talked to the Holy Yaras about it, and we will give you a handful of able men to help you find the resources. Wood and stone should suffice. Once they've found enough, just send them to the portal and I'll instruct them.
And how do we reignite it?
This is where the channeling altar comes in.
Channeling altar?
Yes. Briefly put, it transforms energy, transmutes it. It's really hard to put into words for a layman, but our tribe has used it for generations. And apart from the snake spawn ritual, it's our only means of defense. It's also what I use to maintain those barriers I've conjured around the village. Once the altar runs out of material to transmute, the barriers vanish. Which is why we need to be vigilant that this doesn't happen.
Sounds an awful lot like Shaper technology. According to the lore, half of the metals they mined were used to fuel their weaponry.
So the Hibernians used it too. Seems that a lot more of their culture was based on Shaper knowledge than we thought.
Well, it's as I said. The Shaper culture is full of marvels. But for some reason, people on Northander choose to look away.
I assume by Shapers you mean the Zarlanthep. Yes, the Hibernians used a lot of what they left the world with.
I see. Any ideas where we could find a new portal stone?
Well, this is the most complicated part of the story. Though it's theoretically possible, I doubt you'll find one that is still fully intact. However, if you find me enough Hibernian crystal shards, that might work too.
Hibernian what?
Crystal shards. It's the raw material runes are made of. If we're lucky, we might find some in the ruins on the island. But again, no promises.
Raw rune material? Huh.
All right. More treasure hunting then. All right. Then I best get started.
Yes. Good luck. I will be here and will prepare the charging ritual.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the next part will do so. I'll see you guys then.